Hello everyone. Imagine a democracy where people are not allowed to question the government. Can it still be called a democracy? The answer is no. Every citizen disagree with a government policy or demand justice. They have the right to raise their voice peacefully. This is known as the right to protest, one of the most important feature of a democratic society. The right to protest is not explicitly mentioned as a fundamental right in the Constitution. However, the Supreme Court has constantly held that it is derived from Article 19, which guarantees the freedom necessary for democratic dissent. Under Article 19(1)(a), every citizen enjoy the freedom of speech and expression, which means we can peacefully express our opinion, criticize government policies, and voice democratic dissent. Article 19(1)(b) give us the right to peacefully assemble, allowing citizens to organize rally, demonstrations, dharnas, and public meetings without weapons. And Article 19(1)(c) provide the right to form association, enabling people to unite and collectively raise issues affecting society. In simple words, democracy does not end after voting. It continues through active citizen participation. The right to protest play a vital role in strengthening democracy. It enables democratic participation, keeps government accountable, protects the right of marginalized communities, and has contributed to major social reforms. From India's freedom struggle and the Chipko movement to the 2011 anti-corruption movement and the former protest, peaceful protests have shaped public policy and democratic governance. However, this right is not absolute. Under Article 19(2), the state can impose reasonable restrictions in the interest of sovereignty and the integrity of India. National security, public order, decency, morality, defamation, contempt of court, and prevention of offences. Moreover, Article 51(a), which deals with fundamental duties, remind every citizen to protect public property and abjure violence. Remember this, peaceful protest is a constitutional right, violent protest is not. The Supreme Court has repeatedly clarified this balance through landmark judgment. In Himmat Lal Kesha versus Commissioner of Police 1973, the court held that while the state may regulate public meeting, it cannot arbitrarily prohibit peaceful assemblies. In the Ramlila Maidan case 2012, the court declared that peaceful protest is a fundamental democratic freedom and observed the famous line, dissent is the safety valve of democracy. In the Mazdoor Kisan Shakti Sangathan versus Union of India 2018, the court directed authorities to facilitate peaceful protest instead of imposing blanket prohibition. Later in the Shaheen Bagh case, Amit Shahni versus Commissioner of Police 2020, the Supreme Court upheld the right to protest but clarified that public road cannot be occupied indefinitely as the right of commons must also be protected. Similarly, in Anuradha Bhasin versus Union of India 2020, the court held that any restriction on fundamental right must satisfy the test of necessity, proportionality, and reasonableness. Today, India faces several challenges in exercising this right. Repeated use of emergency powers such as Section 163 of Bharatiya Nagrik Suraksha Sanhita, denial of permission, excessive police action, internet shutdown, and prolonged roadblocks often create tension between individual liberty and public order. The way forward is clear. India needs transparent rules for granting protest permission, better dialogue between citizen, police, and administration, designated protest spaces with basic facilities, and a right-based approach that facilitates peaceful protest rather than suppressing it. The right to protest is not merely about opposing the government, it is about strengthening democracy, ensuring accountability, and giving every citizen a constitutional voice. As Supreme Court rightly said, dissent is the safety valve of democracy. A strong democracy is not one where everyone agrees with the government. It is the one where every citizen has the freedom to disagree peacefully while respecting the right of others.